We went from Thanos to trolls? Hey YouTube, welcome back to SIBZ, West Coast, East Coast siblings, where we review your favorite movies and TV shows, and obviously we're doing She-Hulk episode 8 tonight. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Like this video if you like this video, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you can be notified when we drop coverage of other movies and TV shows. Today is my birthday, and I would just like to thank Marvel for finally giving us a good episode of She-Hulk as my birthday present. I truly do appreciate it. To give me Daredevil for my birthday, just thank you. Guess how old I am. First person who gets it right will get a shout out in next week's episode of She-Hulk. Okay, now let's get into what you really want to talk about. I just want to say the recap before this episode started managed to make the last 7 episodes look like they were worth watching. That in and of itself is a feat. You don't even have to watch the last 7 episodes because they're terrible. You can watch the recap and then watch this, and that they put in all the most important parts. They even added the twerking because that was relevant. You guys, okay, I'm gonna try really hard not to fangirl / thirst over Daredevil in this episode, but it is gonna be really, really difficult. So let's get a quick breakdown of what happened, and then I'll tell you everything that I think. So in this episode, another stupid one, but I will say this is the absolute best episode of this show, hands down, probably forever. There was some actual legal jargon going on that I was tracking. There was action, more than one action scene, my Bob. But let me just tell you, Charlie Cox, he's just so quintessentially Daredevil. He just plays Matt Murdock to a T. So what happens? Some idiot named Leapfrog gets a suit from Lucas Jacobson, the guy who designed She-Hulk's other outfits. Basically, he misuses the suit. He puts rocket fuel in his jet foot boosters instead of other types of fuel. Then he wants to sue Lucas Jacobson for busting himself in a crime fight. He asks She-Hulk to represent him. And so clearly I'm excited. Lucas Jacobson then asks one of his other superhero clients that he makes suits for, Matt Murdock, to represent him in this case. And then, boom, in walks Matt Murdock like a whole snack and a half, finna save the day. So they get into some really cool, intense legal jargon between him and Jennifer, and it's like, oh snap, she does know some things. It was nice to see some actual courtroom drama in this episode. Basically, Matt wins the case, and then Jennifer's out for a drink, and Matt Murdock sliding in, cool, calm, and collected, buys her a drink, and then they get to chatting, and he's like, listen, homegirl, I think you could do some real good, not just as Jennifer Walters, but also as She-Hulk. You could fight people with the law, and then you can kick their butts in the streets. And she's like, oh, that is a pretty good idea. So then Matt Murdock gets called. He's like, oh, excuse me, Jennifer, I have to go. It's like, okay. This is so stupid, guys. I did not like Charlie Cox like this until he became Daredevil, and now I might be in love. And then she goes home. Leapfrog calls her. Why did Leapfrog ask her to help him when clearly he kidnapped Jacobson? Something to think about. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I just missed why he called her, but it seems like he called her to catch him. And then she goes to help Leapfrog. She decides that she's going to take Matt Murdock's advice and go in her new superhero outfit to save the day. Now, we see her in the suit. It's relatively unimpressive. It is comic book accurate. Then Daredevil shows up because he's a baddie and flips off the car and does some cool super action hero things. And then was like, stand there, does his classic man pose. So great. I probably look like a lunatic. Then She-Hulk meets Daredevil, and they get into a great fight. She rips off his mask, and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. She's like, Matt? They have that whole conversation. Then Matt says Leapfrog kidnapped Jacobson to make him another suit, I guess. I actually wasn't clear on that either. I was distracted. So Daredevil and She-Hulk decide to team up and go save Jacobson. They bust in there like gangbusters. They save Jacobson, and then Dee Dee and She-Hulk have a little conversation on a rooftop. Basically, they sleep together, which is just like, I'll get into that more in a second. And then Dee Dee does the walk of shame home. The episode feels like it should end, but then it just keeps going. She's making a lot of direct address to the audience, talking about, why is this episode still going on? Oh, it's because this is the last episode before the season finale, so here's like a little tease, blah, blah, blah. She goes to the gala where she's won Female Lawyer of the Year. She gets up there, she finds out that she's one of many women who won Female Lawyer of the Year. Intelligentsia makes their first appearance. And they put up on the screen behind her all of these really terrible things that people are saying, men, of course, are saying about her on the internet. Apparently Josh videotaped them doing the do, so that was pretty awful. So she flips out, rips down the screen, runs outside, and the cops are trying to shut her down because this is the first time we're actually seeing her angry as She-Hulk. It's like, oh, that's right, she is a Hulk. She's not just a jolly green giant. Anyway, guys, so that was the episode. That was the full breakdown. Now let me get into what I think about this episode. I'm just very, very happy. I would just like to give some kudos to Charlie Cox because he held up this episode. First of all,